Hey Nash, what should we make?
I've been watching a lot of The Golden Balance recently. His spicy chicken shawarma recipe looks really good. We should make that.
Alright, let's make some spicy chicken shawarma. Today, we're making a spicy chicken shawarma, one that you can make at home version, because you know, a shawarma comes on one of those giant vertical spits that rotates and they shave it off. So we're gonna make a version you can make at home. I got this recipe from The Golden Balance. I watch a lot of his videos, I follow him. Really like it, he makes a lot of good recipes, especially Middle Eastern recipes, and this one looks really, really good, so I wanted to give it a try. So that's what we're gonna do today and see if it's as good as it looks. So without further ado, let's go. So we start by making our shawarma rub. We start with a half a teaspoon of cumin, followed by a half a teaspoon each of coriander, allspice, smoked paprika, cardamom, and then a quarter teaspoon of cloves, and a half a teaspoon of that MSG, because it makes it good. And we shake this up and set it aside. We're gonna use boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and we're gonna leave all the fat on, because in your typical shawarma, where the meat's all stacked up on that vertical spit, they use actually breasts and thighs, but it's layered with fat. So you get that fat, so the fat renders and drips into the meat and everything. Anyways, we're gonna leave all the fat. We're not gonna trim these because we want that fat since we're just using these thighs. We're just gonna go ahead and slice these nice and thin. Then into a bowl, we go in with a few tablespoons of regular plain yogurt, not Greek yogurt. We don't want too much because we just want to coat the chicken. We don't want to drown the chicken. A couple cloves of minced garlic, and then a few tablespoons of this hot pepper paste. Think of it as like a Middle Eastern gochujang or Middle Eastern sambal. Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll do that. And then we add our spice mixture. Then I'm just gonna mix this up in here. Then we're gonna dump all our chicken in here. And then we're just gonna mix this all up. We wanna make sure everything gets coated. The color of mine isn't as pretty as his. Oh well. Oh well. Then we're gonna set this aside and let it marinate. If you wanted to cook it right away, it would still be delicious, apparently. But if you could marinate for a couple hours or even better overnight, that's probably what you do. So I'd just cover this up, put it in the fridge. Or if you're just gonna let it go for a few minutes, then you can just let it sit out or whatever. So we're gonna let this marinate for a little bit.
I always say you want to marinate until you lose patience.
And while that's marinating, we're gonna make a little bit of a glaze. So I'm gonna go in with some good olive oil and about a big old tablespoon of this hot pepper paste. And we just kind of stir this into the oil. If you don't like spicy or you think this is too spicy, you could use tomato paste, but it's actually not that spicy. And I think they make a mild version too. You can pick this up online, like on Amazon, or like at any Middle Eastern store, if you have a Middle Eastern grocery store. So we're just gonna cook this in the oil, let it all infuse. Then we're just gonna add a little bit of water. And once you have something resembling a pretty loose pancake batter, then we go ahead and kill the heat and set it aside. Then we put our oven to broil. Take a sheet pan, and then we're gonna put the sheet pan in the oven and let it broil to get really nice and hot for 5 to 10 minutes. So with our pan nice and hot, just to simulate the way that they layer the fat in with the way they cook it traditionally, we're gonna put about 3 tablespoons of, I'm using beef tallow, but you can use like clarified butter or ghee, they're the same thing. So this way it's cooking in beef tallow. And then we are going to lay our chicken out. You want it like one layer thick, so you don't want them all stacked up on top of each other. And then we throw this into our oven under the broiler for 8 to 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, we want to try and flip everything. Spread it back out to a single layer as best you can. And then back under the broiler for another 10 minutes. And then once our meat is cooked, nice and a little bit of charred bits, looks delicious. I'll be honest, it tastes delicious. I had some already. So we want to take some out, and we'll just to get the consistency that you get in a real shawarma, we're gonna go ahead and chop it up a little bit. You want to make sure and save these pan drippings. We're gonna use them in a minute. And then we take a tortilla. You could use a pita. That's probably more traditional. But in TGB's video, he uses a tortilla. So, well, he said he's recently switched to using a tortilla because it's just easier. And if you use a pita, you don't want to use a thick pita. So we're gonna put that in the pan drippings. Then we're gonna take this stuff called Toume. It's like a garlicky kind of it's almost like a Middle Eastern garlic aioli. Not quite, but it's really good. So put a nice layer of that on there. And then you should use pickled spears, but all I have is pickled chips, so that's what we're using. And we put a nice layer of our meat on here. tuck, and then roll it up. Then with our pan on medium-low, we're just gonna sort of paint some of this basting sauce we made earlier in there. Then we're gonna place our dude seam side down. And then now that we've got the bottom, now we're just gonna brush. Just not too much, just a nice layer on there. We don't wanna make it soggy. And then once it's ready, we pull it. And there we have our spicy chicken shawarma. For a bite. So allegedly what you do here, this should be wrapped, but I don't have any of that fancy stuff, is put some more of this Toume on here, and then we add a little bit of chicken to that, just to drizzle this pomegranate molasses. I'm not entirely sure what it is. It's about another Middle Eastern thing, so cheers. It's phenomenal. Thank you so much, TGB, for the recipe. The chicken is just super tender, but with just a little bit of those crispy bits as well from that little bit of the char. Plus, it's just super juicy, and the sauce, the marinade that we made is just amazing with that garlic sauce, and then brushing it with that paste. It's a phenomenal sandwich wrap. I don't know what to call it. It's super easy, and you could make a bunch. Like I made a small sheet pan's worth, but you could make like a big sheet pan's worth and serve a whole bunch of people. So it's a pretty easy recipe. It comes together pretty quickly, and it's freaking delicious. So I would say highly recommend this one. But hey, let's see what Nash thinks. Hey bud, how you doing?
I'm good. Just another day in paradise.
Well, check it out. We got this spicy chicken shawarma that you wanted. Here you go. What do you think?
Wow, that explosion of flavor is amazing. It's creamy, tender, marinated, and just a little charred perfectly. And that Toume with a little of that pomegranate molasses is just wow.
Anything you'd like to say to your fans?
The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
Nash approves, I approve. Shout out to the Golden Balance for an awesome recipe. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Super easy, super great dish. Delicious. Go make it. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Appreciate you. Love you all. If you wouldn't mind taking a second to like, share, and subscribe, it would help us out. Really appreciate it. If you want notifications every time we drop a new video, go ahead and hit that notification bell. If there's anything you want me to make, you want me and Nash to taste, go ahead and drop that down in the comments, or head over to our website, timschaoskitchen.com. Send us a message there. And hey, just remember, cook more, eat better, embrace the chaos. That's it for now, folks. Until next time, peace.